we have in common: a pathological hatred for Nigeria. I cannot begin to put into words how much I hate Nigeria. People don't understand it. I despise it. With every drop of blood in my body, I will work towards the total dismemberment of that zoo. That by the time we finish, Nigeria will no longer exist. That name, we wave goodbye to it. The same way Yugoslavia is gone, that Soviet Union is gone, that same way will the word Nigeria be obliterated from history books. Nigeria is a reminder that black people are stupid and foolish. Nigeria is a reminder that colonial mentality actually seeped into our bone marrows. As somebody reminded us this morning, when somebody from Nigeria pays and says, "Oh, God bless Nigeria," you are making a mockery of God. God can only bless something that is created. I learned that this morning. God did not create the zoo. Therefore, there is no way God can bless it. It's impossible. Impossible. That hopeless entity that people today say they are very proud to belong to was created by a white man. His name is Frederick Lugard. This man is not from Biafra land. This man is not Hausa Fulani. This man is not Yoruba. But there are some people from black Africa who are willing to go to war to defend what a white man created out of their own subjugation. The reason why the zoo was created was to subjugate you. You did not create it. A white man did. You asked the white man to go. The white man left and went back. But you retained every vestige of subjugation left in the hands of the tyrannical few. Those who can read and write, claiming they are PhD holders, but lack rudimentary, or what I call common sense. They don't understand how to structure a society. Our forefathers were better political thinkers and philosophers more than the fools that gave us the zoo called Nigeria. They couldn't have come up with never in their lives. Instead, what they did was to surround themselves with the military and the police. Instead, what they did is to ensure the subjugation of their own people by bringing money abroad and banking it abroad. And people are wallowing in abject poverty. There are many things wrong with the way that a black person reasons that sometimes I wonder. I wonder if some of them are human beings at all or not. I wonder seriously. I don't think so, in my opinion. There is no need, there is no reason why they got independence from a country where the police do not carry guns on the street. Upon becoming independent, this band of vandals and animals created a police force. A police should be a civil service, not a force. It's civilian. They created a police force. They created mobile police, the riot police. They created the army. They created the navy. They created everything you can think about, the Air Force. They created all this rubbish in order to perpetuate themselves in power, in order to continue lying to you, in order for them to master everything that is to do with violence, to kill you and to subjugate you. The white man came, turned us into slaves, subjugated us, took away all our natural resources, and when they were going, they gave power over to a set of black people again, continuing even worse subjugation of their own people. And you're telling me these people are human beings? Is that what you're telling me? That somehow black people in Africa are normal people? Yes, is that what you want me to believe that? If they are normal, they have to prove it. The only way for you to prove that you're not a monkey is by going and getting Biafra. If Biafra doesn't come, you are an animal. Biafra is the only justification you have to exist as a human being. Anybody saying that they are, he or she is a Nigerian, that person is worse than a fool. A journalist asked me this morning here, why do you call them animals? I said, because they accepted a name given to them by somebody else. Only a dog and a cat can do that. A white man came from Scotland, said your name is Nigeria, you accepted it without asking questions, which goes to show that your brain is not working properly. Had your brains been working properly, you would say no, that this is my name. After all, you answer Ahamefula. My name should not be lost. By answering Nigeria, you have abandoned your name, you have abandoned your traditions and your heritage. That is what Biafra is here to reverse. Everybody can gang up against us if they wish. But we want to make this victory in such a way that everybody who is a Biafran will worship God forever and ever. Because the delivery of Biafra from bondage, the extrication of the children of the Most High God, Chukwu Abiyama, from that very abominable entity, will indicate to you once and for all that indeed Chukwu Abiama is a Biafran. The world is about to see something they've not seen before. That Biafra must emerge. We must come to exist. We are not going to ask for anything that doesn't belong to us. We are not asking for any territory or resources. All we are asking them to do is to leave us alone. The same way we were before the British came. We have the documentation to prove that we never gave the British the consent to form one Nigeria in the first place. We have the documents. The documents we signed with them was to trade with Royal Niger Company. We never gave them the consent to go and form Nigeria. This is one thing that the so-called band of Nigerian intellectuals never ever bothered to ask themselves, including the Yorubas, Weshonika in particular. Did we give our consent to Lugard to go and form Nigeria? The answer is no, we did not. Where did they derive the authority to go to form that zoo? Why did they hand over to a group of black men that continued the same slavish mentality impacted upon them by their masters? No wonder they are incapable of civilization. They are incapable of human development. The one who look man, I understand, is here. Is that not correct? The son is here, dancing from one nightclub to another, making prostitutes very, very rich on your money. And some of us go to that nightclub to go and clean that nightclub to be able to feed and pay rent. That money is coming from your land. The one who look man is here in Austria with money stolen from Biafra. Him and the children are living it large, having fun. In the morning, we will go to the nightclub where the son went to party to go and clean that nightclub that we can get money to feed. Do you now see why I say that there's something wrong with us? Only an animal can allow that to happen, not a sensible human being. Why do you think everybody revolted in the world? That is a sign of civilization. When you revolt against any oppressive regime or system, that is a sign that you are now matured as a human being, or else you're an animal. You are an animal. When we preach the gospel on Radio Biafra, we tell you the truth. If you have any counter opinion, you present it. People shouldn't look at us and say, oh, you are insulting us. No, I am telling you the fact. The fact that you're a Nigerian means you're an animal. Only an animal can accept the name given. Is that true or false? Then every Nigerian is an animal. We preach the truth here. They don't know what is coming at them. As I will keep reminding them, before we came, nobody could tell you the truth this way. Now that we are here, they can't tell you. We are not here to pamper you and put cream on you. If you have a problem, we cut it out completely. Surgery. Cut out the problem. We don't dress the wound. We cut out the rubbish and throw it away and heal you properly. And you survive. Than nothing, an injury or wound that never improves. We are here. Do you know how shameful it is for a grown-up man from Biafra land to abandon the father's compound? I am the first son of my father. My father never abandoned his father's compound, but I did in order to survive. If something happens to me abroad and I don't go home, what happens to my family lineage? My own branch is closed. Do you know why our land is the way it is? When the white man came, our forefathers never gave them the first son, because the first son is the custodian of our way of life. They always gave them second to the last. Second to the last, almost finished. We gave them all people that came, servants that came. You will be amazed. I don't want to make some people feel bad. Everybody in those days that acquired very high education is not Madiala. Number one. Number two, they are not the first son. Go and check it out. They went abroad and copied rubbish and brought home. That is why you're here today. If Nigeria is working, we will be here today. The fact that we are outside in such large numbers, including those I'm seeing today, means that the zoo is not working. It has not worked for over 50 years. When is it going to work? When? Somebody should tell me. When will it work? They say a fool at 40 is a fool forever. I don't know what is a fool at 50, what it is. Maybe a fool at 50 shouldn't even exist in the first place.
Our leader, Maze Nnamdi Kanu. Chai! Nah, man. I swear. Evergreen. When you listen to Maze Nnamdi Kanu, and you and it happened that you did not get sense, and you listening to him, and you never get sense in your life, you will never ever get sense again. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Tomorrow he will be in court. We are watching. Although for me, personally, this 2023, I hands off everything concerning Nigeria. This 2023, both their judiciary, both their president, both their legislators, both their, in fact, just they name them, I hands off pata. If you listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he will wake you. He will wake your subconsciousness. It's only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu you will listen to. Then you will know who exactly you are. Grace Avo, he said, the person said, whether man or woman, I don't know. Let's continue looking to see what will be the end of this struggle you are into. Grace, what will be the end of this struggle is that God will help. Nigeria will divide without any other further what happened in 1967. So whatever you think again is your own cup of tea. Because your comment here shows that you are one of Nigeria problems. There is what I want to tell you now before we continue what I am here for. Any day you see somebody that cannot feed, that can hardly feed, somebody that can hardly eat two square meal a day in Nigeria, defending Nigeria, I don't know what comes to your mind when you see such people, when you see such person, somebody that you know that this one, the person is normal, but he hardly eats, and the person is not living fine, and that person is also equally defending Nigeria. There is something you know about that person. That person may be one of the, maybe the kidnappers working for politicians. Sometimes, they ask yourself, why is it that whenever they catch all these kidnappers, they look so tattered upon all the kind of money they normally collect from each individual they kidnapped? They ask yourself, why is it that these people, does it mean that they use that money to feed? The reason is that they are not the owner of that business. They are working for one experiment somewhere. Let's just use what happened in Anambra State recently as an example. During the time they arrested kidnappers, mind you, all those they arrested, I don't know, I was expecting Chukwuma Soludo, the governor of Anambra State, to say that those who is struggling for the liberation of Biafra is not among those that is kidnapping in Anambra State. But instead of that, he still tag Biafra agitators as kidnappers. But all those that is kidnapping in Anambra State, including those who kidnapped Honorable Azoka, all of them are doing that business for their own selfish interest. During the time they arrested those who kidnapped Justice Azoka, there is what happened. They mentioned two persons, they mentioned one high-profile politician, including some Igwes in Anambra State. Guess what? They know, and those people are working for those they mentioned, and they know that those guys are about to expose something. Guess what happened? I think I uploaded that video here. Guess what happened? The next few maybe hours or few days, they come out to tell us that some of those who was arrested for the kidnappers of Honorable Azoka, who exposed that some politicians and some Igwes in Anambra State has hand in that kidnapper, escaped from prison. I don't know if some of you hear that news. I think I uploaded that video in this my timeline. When you see somebody that is not feeding well and the person is defending Nigeria, man onye abo either na ishe zuru ezu or no aka ya dị ihe ọjọọ na-eme na Nigeria. No, you know, they check, see all those Fulanis, even those that is not Fulanis. See, you don't need all those big man being on convoy and, you know, all those politicians now. Normally you don't expect them to tell you that they are the cause of what is going on now in Nigeria. No. That's why most of all these Fulani people, they know they enter police station. As if anything make you pressure police or whatever to arrest them, they know they take them reach their police station, then go leave them on the way. So all those, any person you see defending Nigeria and that person is not part of the politicians, Marana Onya, know it that person is one of the problem, is one of the cause of insecurity in Nigeria. That person don't need to look good. No. If you are expecting that person to look good, when I tell you the person is part of the problem we are having in Nigeria, no, don't expect that kind of person to look good. He is working for someone somewhere. Let's go into our program. There is video I posted this morning before we talk about the announcement of our DPM this evening. If you the reason fine, if you the reason fine, you go know say the announcement of DPM this evening in few minutes ago. Those of you who want hear pa, make una get ready for it. Those of you that want to be hearing sound of guns, make una get ready for it. E get wetin happen. I want us to make I tell you, wait, I want to pin number. I want to pin number so that anybody that want to call me will easily call me. Can easily call me. The truth is that na atmosphere is somehow rowdy. You understand? And those of you, I see one useless guy. I played his video here yesterday, shouting that Dr. Ngozi Orabueze is buying people, even though the main music never starts, and he is there shouting that Ngozi Orabueze is buying people. Then my question is, what will he do when the real music starts? But the thing is that the announcement of our COS this evening, few minutes ago, it shows that something is about to unfold. It shows that men are getting ready. So let me put this number. Let me put this number, then we continue. So you can if you want to call, you can call that number. So please, if this is your first time coming across this my channel, subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification button in case of any interesting video, then you will be notified. Also, like the video and share the video. It will help YouTube to reach other Biafrans. So there is video I posted this evening. There is video I posted this evening, this afternoon, this morning anyway. And that video, there is a prophecy of one of our sister. She gave, there is a prophecy she gave some, where will I get that video? She said that maybe about 2 years ago, she gave that prophecy that Mazi Simon Ekpa will be arrested, and the woman will raise up. And during that, if Simon Ekpa released during that time, then that thing that Nigeria don't want to happen in Nigeria will happen. That is the way she said it. So, and let's play this prophecy. Oga, I like Momena Allow, but I am a Christian. I am a Christian. I'm a Christian. But that does not mean I'm not kojo omenala, because omenala Igbo, ana m eme omenala Igbo. Eto onwe nke na mụ ada yota, onwe level. So let's, because some of us, enwe ndị n'ime anyị nada like ejebekwa n'ihe dịka ihe ụka na ọ dịghị aka ndị na-ekwesịrị ịbụ mmadụ na-eme ihe ụka. No. Let's listen to this our.
If you are spiritual, you will know that Biafra has already come.
Listen.
God bless you. Senior Prophet Elijah Bamidele Ilofalo is my name. Quickly, I want to speak on this particular issue that the Lord has been laying in my heart. For those of you who kept saying that Biafra will never come, no matter what the Igbo do, I want you to have a rethink. Don't forget that a Kanama can never understand the things of the Spirit.
Honorable Prince Chooks, good evening, sir. You're welcome, sir. Thank you.
Spiritual things are greater than the carnal person.
Okay.
Are you listening to what I'm saying? So you are talking based on your aspect of carnality. But in the spirit realm, if you are spiritual, you will know that Biafra has already come. I'm not a Biafra person. I'm not an Igbo person. I am an Edo man. Edo man to the core. Auchi. Part of Edo, part of Yoruba. That is who I am. I'm not an Igbo man. But I'm only speaking as a prophet. On the 26th of December 2020, I gave a prophecy that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was going to be arrested and betrayed by his own people. I gave that prophecy. Many people here didn't believe me. Up to how many months he was picked, he was arrested. I want to beg the federal government to please. That man has suffered a lot. They should allow him to go now. They should allow him to go. They should allow the Igbo to go. Because when you look at all the great offices in Nigeria, you discover that there is there's no office that a common Igbo man is handling in Nigeria. That is a sign that we don't want these people. Since we don't want them, let's allow them to go. I beg of you, our president. You are a man with a good heart. Let Mazi Nnamdi go. Let the Igbo, the Biafra go. I've been saying this for over 7 years. Over 7 years, I've been saying this. I'm only speaking as a prophet, not as anything, not at all. For a very long time now, I have refused to come online because a lot of people have been threatening me because of the things that God is using me to say online. So because of that, I just like to park low. I cannot count how many times they have double crossed my car while driving. They brought out my Instagram account that is over 53,000 followers. They brought it down because I was supporting fathers, because I was speaking against the evil that is going on in Nigeria, in the Christendom. I know what I know the price. I know the pain I've gone through just because I'm trying to defend the Church of God, defend some personalities. So because of that, I decided to just pop low for some time. On my Facebook, a lot of followers a lot of people have followed me.
He said, if you are spiritual, you will know that Biafra is already here. This man made this prophecy immediately after the redeclaration of Biafra.
If you are spiritual, you will know that Biafra has already come. God bless you. Senior Prophet Elijah Bamidele Ilofalo is my name. Quickly, I want to speak on this particular issue that the Lord has been laying in my heart. For those of you who kept saying that Biafra will never come, no matter what the Igbo do, I want you to have a rethink. Don't forget that a carnal man can never understand the things of the Spirit. Spiritual things are greater than the carnal person. Are you listening to what I'm saying? So you are talking based on your aspect of carnality. But in the spirit realm, if you are spiritual, you will know that Biafra has already come. I'm not a Biafra person. I'm not an Igbo person. I am an Edo man.
If you are spiritual, you know that Biafra is already come. Chigozie, good evening. Good evening. You're welcome, my brother. You're welcome. So, the video I posted this evening, let's listen to this, our sister. Let's hear from her.
Job gị mara otu ekpere Nnamdi, Simon Ekpa na ndị ọzọ na-adị. God bless you. Oge na-adịkwa anya, a na-aga ịkpọchi Ngozi Orabueze bụ Ngozi what? Akwụọla ụgwọ isi Ngozi, a na-akwụrụ ụgwọ ya na 1st March ka akwụrụ ụgwọ ya. Oge na-adịghị anya, ọ ga-asịkwa ka o mesara ahụ, anwụrụkwa ya kpọchie. Anwụrụkwa ya kpọchie, onye ọzọ ebiliekwa. N'oge na-adịghị anya, ndị nọ na prison, ama m ihe ga-akụwara ha prison, ha ga-apụta chịcha. Ndị eji eji, ebelebe ebido ogbuwa. Ọwụ ka Chukwu chere ndị aka ha dị ọcha. Maka ihe mmadụ na-ama aga ama ya. God bless you. My phone number 08101.
Akwenu ihe nwaanyị ahụ na-ekwu. I think you have heard from this our sister. She's the one who who gave prophecy that Simon Ekpa will be arrested. And after the arrest of Simon Ekpa, a woman will pop up. Ugude Chukwu Ebuka Ohe Biafra. Oge Okosa, good evening, brother. You're welcome. Either brother or sister. You're welcome. Yeah, thank you, Ugude. Thank you very much. USB we stand. So, you hear this, our sister. Ndubisi Stephen. Good evening, brother. Good evening. Good evening. My brother, he said, good evening from homeland. Ohi Biafra. Guy, you dey try, yo. You dey try, as in being in homeland and watching YouTube. My brother, you need to be hailed. You dey try, guy, you know easy. You know, it's somebody being in Nigeria with their fraudulent data, with no light, and watching YouTube. My brother, they try you because people like ndị nọ Nigeria bụ na Facebook ka ha nwa na-anọ kebe yọta. Maybe happy people over oge agbafue because almost na press one or two things. Either MTN or any other this thing will remove your data, then you go and rest. You use your phone and play game. Okay, Okosa. Okay. I said that I don't know if you are a guy or a girl. So, sorry, you're welcome, sister. Thank you very, very much. And Ugochukwu Bernard. Good evening, brother. Good evening. So, you hear that our sister, she's the one who gave a prophecy some years ago. Ifanye Ejimabu. You're welcome, Namo. You're welcome. She gave a prophecy that Simon Ekpa will be arrested, and after the arrest of Simon Ekpa, a woman will take over. Now, she has come to another prophecy that they have paid for our DPM, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, to be picked. Now the question so many people is asking under that video I posted this morning. Many of them is asking a question like this. Then who paid for her to be arrested? maybe they want to hear that Ogenkere was paid. No. Didn't you know that those who push the arrest of our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, is Igbos, our brothers and sisters? And ọ bụ na inyocha ihe ọfụma, ọ bụ na inyocha this thing ọfụma, ị ga-ama na aka ndị nọ Simon Ekpa okirikiri dị ya. Ọ bụ ka inyocha ife ọfụma, aka ndị nọ Simon Ekpa okirikiri dị ya. Ị na-ajụ who paid for Dr. Ngozi Orabueze to be arrested? You should have asked who paid for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be arrested. Okay, so iche no Nigeria jeburu Nnamdi Kanu. Enya che echiche ọfụma biko echiche ka mmadụ. Ọrụ ụmụnne anyị, ọkwa ụmụnne anyị ofu onye n'ime fa buputekwere his private jet eji wee buru ya from a bond lawyer from Kenya bulate obodo a. Ị na-eche n'aka ndị nọ Nnamdi Kanu okirikiri den adịrịa. Oga, go think well, Joe. Go think well. Enwe brain to think. Enwe brain to think. Ndị rere Maazị Nnamdi Kanu self erichago regie. Some of them self ahasala off n'ihe ọbụla gbasatara Biafra. Kemara ka the thing si wee dị. Some of them after ka ha richara Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ha wepụ aka fa. Exactly what played in the time of Simon Ekpa. Okay, use Igbos to fight Igbos. How could he? And it is working perfectly fine. It is working perfectly fine. Okay, iche na ihe a na-azọ fall back now. Ndị fall back, ihe a na-ekwu fall back. Okay, in your mind now, iche na fall back bụ so ka come fall back, as in now those guys are doing that because I don't know what you think. Do you think those guys are just doing that? If those guys are doing that because they feel to fall back is the best place, let me tell you what those guys should have been doing. If those guys are doing that because they think to fall back is the best, they would have been transparent. See what they would have been doing. Number one, they will be transparent to the extent that during the time they ask them for accountability, they're supposed to give account. Yes, that is number one. They're supposed to give account, but they refused. And some accusation concerning that accountability, they never debunk it since then till now. I don't know if you understand what I said. That accountability, if those guys are transparent, as in they claim, maybe they may claim that yes, fall back is the best thing at this moment. These guys would have been transparent. They would have been transparent, and that transparent is that it will start from the first day, from the time after the redeclaration. They ask them meeting after meeting, come and do account. They refuse. Come and do account. They refuse. Since then till today, they would have present the account to show that they don't have anything hiding, or they are transparent. Today, they would have been debunking any allegation against them, like the way Dr. Ngozi Orabueze do. As in, when you give them any allegation that is against them, they know that they are free from. They will come out and debunk it. That is another one. Then if these people are doing this because they think that fallback, as they claim, is the best, they would have becoming open space to receive questions from Biafrans time to time, especially days of fundraising. But instead, these guys, they hate questions with everything in them. In fact, they don't want anything that will make you. In fact, if you come even under the comment section, ask them any question, they will block you. That is to say, these guys are hiding something. Something is fishing. Because they're supposed to be open as people who claim, yes, this fallback is what we're supposed to do after the redeclaration of Biafra. But these guys keep on hiding. These guys keep on hiding from. They don't want anything that will make you ask them question. Like, see APM Ndikwe na Ndekwe. He don't like this evening, our DPM, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, come out to give announcement this evening. She made an announcement, which I am coming to that side, about 20 minutes or thereabout. She made an announcement this evening. That is transparency. But these guys, the person they call their acting PM of Ndikwe na Ndekwe, she's running away of broadcast to those Biafrans he claimed he's acting for. 2, he hates question and answer. Question and answer. Even Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. At the time, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, during his own time, you will see that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, like the way I pinned this my number now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will put his number and get ready to answer any question you ask him. But these guys are running away from answering question. Use your brain. Use your brain. Then don't want anything that will make you come and ask them questions, because they are not genuine. If you ask them question now, where would they start to answer the question? From their accountability, fundraising, accountability, charter. From there now, they know they talk about that fundraising again. They know they talk about charter again. Waiting that they talk about now is Fulani. All those things where they started right from time now is not what they are talking about now. Go and check now. If really these guys is because Dr. Ngozi Orabueze did not do fundraising the week immediately after the redeclaration of Biafra, they would have hold on that. Then after that, if these guys feel that the charter which they hold on, after they removed their hand from fundraising, they grabbed charter. If these guys claim that charter are their problem, they would have still holding on that charter now, talking about that charter, as in quoting charter back to back. But they don't drop charter. If you hold them for this particular place, I don't know how you will still have your law, this thing, what is it called? Nah, eke me ihe gbabụnye m n'isi na agrọ m ka esi agụ nna ahụ. How can you get your the book that shows everything concerning your, after the declaration of Biafra na enwegonu charter adịrịgo nwe, enwego law, this thing that is guiding the country you are talking about. You don't need to ask about charter. Charter might be there, but the other book, ihe ọbụla banyere the country dị n'ime, is the thing you people should be quoting on, not about charter anymore. But instead of that, they hold charter with their two hands. Are they still talking about charter now? No. Since then, they have hagra bonka funa Ngozi, because Kahajie aga na defend there ayota na kind thing. Oga ha bidoro fundraising and they defend there. Allow people that went to Finland to declare Biafra to go back home before we do fundraising. We will definitely do fundraising. They refused. When USB started their fundraising, they leave about fundraising. Now they were talking about charter. If you followed what happened, that is exactly what played. Then charter. When they begin to defend that charter, they see that they cannot hold water on that charter again. They leave charter, rush to another thing. All those things they are rushing to, they keep on defending it, debunking it. Immediately they have seen that truly what these people is saying is truth. We don't supposed to be foolishly remain defending this particular thing. Then we leave that particular one and jump into another. Now that we are talking about Fulani, that kind of thing. And some of our people, Jesus, ọ na-abụ nnọọ na-achịkata na-eche ka ndị mmadụ ga-esi wee nwere brain, nwere uche, mana ha dị eche uche ọfụma. Ihe niile a na-eme mmadụ ibe gị Chukwu kere eke a na-eme ka onye na-ada ahụ ụzọ. So the time of Simon Ekpa, still our brothers that sold, that has hand, let me say, still our brothers, which you know many of them, they headed by who is she called, Bianco No. From Bianco No, you can count on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's wife. Even one of those who is around Simon Ekpa, even if you check well, you know that not even one, there are many around Simon Ekpa that signed that document that they used to hold Simon Ekpa there. Now, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, this prophecy came, I posted it. Now some people is asking, who paid? No, na me pay. Ana jewelry. The only thing no diabo, any travel that our DPM, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, is doing now should not pass around US. Should not pass around US. Let every of her movement be around US. Makadi mama anọ na Finland kpọọ ya si ya Dr. Ngozi Orabueze bịa Finland na ọgụnwa ka needed to sign one document or the other for Mazi Simon Ekpa to be released. Okpokofo onwe. let her send somebody on her behalf. Kawari made such mistake. Because the only thing ha ga-eji wee nweta now bụ na ha kpọrọ ya kpọfere ya from US kpọbịa into another country. Also ihe ha ga-eji wee nweta. Mana ọ bụrụ inside US, ebe ahụ ka ọ dị mma na ha chọọ ime arrest ka ha mekeni arrest na US. If they want to arrest Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, let them arrest him in arrest her in US. So, and another one is that our DPM, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, should get somebody beside her. Let her get deputy. And somebody said, I think I made a video that Mazi Simon Ekpa will be coming out. Then if Mazi Simon Ekpa will be coming out, will it make Biafran government allow them to take unaware? Or did you bargain with those who hold Simon Ekpa? Maybe Simon Ekpa will be released, then Ngozi Orabueze will be arrested immediately. Did you bargain anything to them? With them? Some questions, they make sense. Dr. Ngozi Orabueze now questioning somebody. Now any day, anything happen, they arrest me. You will be the next person, and it should be documented. Unlike the video I see flying around recently, one commander of one Biafran this thing like that come out to say that why he did not recognize Dr. Ngozi Orabueze as the deputy of Simon Ekpa is that Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, there is no document that proves that Dr. Ngozi Orabueze is Simon Ekpa's deputy PM. Then the only question I ask there is that, is there any document that proves that Ogenkere is the DPM of Simon Ekpa? Because the man, I believe, is a loyalist to Ogenkere. Is there any document that shows that Ogenkere is the next to Simon Ekpa? And although I don't blame that man, I don't blame her. I don't blame him. They don't give him kosh. So if you are watching me here, and anybody from USB have come to your DM trying to convince you to join USB, please come out and say it. You can call my number. If anybody from the group of USB government have ever come out to call to convince you, because personally, particularly, I know the kind of the message I receive day by day by those who is trying to prove a point why I should not stand with the government of Biafra, why I should not stand with Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, which I used to do video here sometimes ago. So DPM, our DPM, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, should try to get deputy. You know why? We have been divided enough. Those who left during the time of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they are still there, fooling themselves. claiming that when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu pụta o were egbe gbagbuo Simon Ekpa, efu ka ụfọdụ ụmụnne anyị si eche echiche. Efuru ka ụfọdụ ụmụnne anyị si eche echiche na Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ga-apụta na o make Simon Ekpa his enemy, even though that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mana Simon Ekpa nọ in now because of this matter. And ibu ụmụnne anyị ịnọrọ ebe a na-eche na Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu pụta na ọ ga-echere Simon Ekpa aka ọkpọ maọbụ Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, o mean na enwere ezigbote nsogbu, you need help. Psyche need psyche ka enwee ike try your brain ka mara ma ọ na-alụkwa ọlụ ọfụma. Ma ọ bụrụ ị na-ebe a na ị na-eche ude echiche a, ị na-eche ka Maazị Nnamdi Kanu Simon Ekpa pụtakwa na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu pụtakwa na like this, in fact akpọchie Simon Ekpa maọbụ asị ya na-edeclare, which I know that na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu mara na-edeclare go Biafra, then agwaba gị na that Biafra declare na aka ya adịghị ya, unless ọ bụ na Nnamdi Kanu natala ego, which I know that is impossible. Nwa amadi a ewere ego ndụ ya wee chụọ aja. So ị ka n'ebe ahụ na-eche Maazị Nnamdi Kanu pụta o je declare gị Biafra, ibu ewu. Nọrọ dị a, don't move. Ndị chọrọ Biafra na we want Biafra. We want Biafra. Simon Ekpa emeghị Simon Ekpa no apụta asị na Dr. Ngozi Orabueze is his surrogate, which you and I know. But because maybe there is nowhere it penciled down, there is nowhere it was documented, because of that Dr. Ngozi Orabueze should get out. And you and I, during the time Dr. Ngozi Orabueze is doing travel from one country to another, representing this particular country we are into, United States of Biafra, you never talk. Until Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, everything Maazị Nnamdi Simon Ekpa is doing, he will bring her to closer. Until almost all the documents concerning the same country, USB, all her signature is there, and you are still doubting. And in onye na-enwero any document to present, onye na-enwero common akwụkwọ nkịtị, he never even generated any kọbụrụgodo na ọ bụ fake. Onye je declare Biafra bịa gwa gị na the Biafra declare bụ terrorist organization. Onye je declare Biafra bịa gwa gị na the Biafra is USB charger. Onye je declare gị Biafra ọ bịa chie ebe azụ jụ gị sị gị na the USB bụ USB Nigeria. A na-ebugharị akpa ka ndị ama Jehova. No single document. And the same na your brain na alụ ọlụ, ị na-esogharị ya n'ike. O gosiri na you need help. Ije na yaba check your brain ọfụma, or any psychiatrist dị gị nso. Even onwe ka isi reach our DPM, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, as a doctor she may not be in that field, but she will help to reach somebody that will help you. Attest kende your brain kama mo na lukwu ọlụ. Mmadụ pụta na-emeri, ị na-ezuzu. Mana apụta ebe a bịa jụọ ka ndị chọọ Biafra, ịmapụta ịpụta n'ike ka gịnị? I need Biafra. Some of you zuzuwe. mụnwa n'ebe a na-ama ife n'afọ na my Facebook account. Some of them use go because of that hate him for no reason. If I post anything, they must come under the comment section to abuse me for no reason. Maka gini, nanso Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, nanso the government of Biafra. That, although I don't easily abuse somebody. If I post something, I don't easily come on comment section to begin to drag anything with you. No, if you yelling with any diplomatic challenge or whatever, you can. Now I have presented any number that you used to call on WhatsApp. So I don't know. Amamoko fodo umunai shiichi. Amamoko fodo umunai shiichi. We will talk about the announcement of Dr. Ngozi Orabueze this evening. But this particular prophecy of this woman and the other following video will help us to talk about the announcement of our DPM this evening. Let me see the comment. Neither Biafra or death, no going back, no going back, no going back. Only Biafra can save us. So one in Biafra we stand. Mazi Ezekona, ride on, my brother. God bless you, my brother. Ndubuisi Stephen, Yamarage Manam. Ugude Chuku Ebuka. Or say, if anyone claim that Ogenkere is sending money to the men on ground, please don't the men on ground use the money to defend Biafra land. Why are they calling on the DPM USB government fundraising? Okay, I will talk about that now. Tony Ibanda say nobody can arrest DPM COS as far as she is using American passport. My brother, don't say that to maka na eme ngwa emeghara ọdachi. A na-emekwe this struggle, my brother. You see this struggle. Let me play this can I connect here some dots so that Namuna Gebwa get an announcement of a DPM this evening so that Egamana something want to happen. That match and Ekukwe Odika Rubegonso. So we no go play and finish, but I just want you to connect dots there. Then we'll move on.
You will know that Biafra has already come. God bless you. Senior Prophet Elijah Bamidele Iloholo is my name. Quickly, I want to speak on this particular issue that the Lord has been laying in my heart. For those of you who kept saying that Biafra will never come, no matter what the Igbo do, I want you to have a rethink. Don't forget that the carnal man can never understand the things of the spirit. Okay. Spiritual things are greater than the carnal person. Are you listening to what I'm saying? So you are talking based on your aspect of carnality. Okay. But in the spirit realm, if you are spiritual, you will know that Biafra has already come. I'm not a Biafra person. I'm not an Igbo person. I am an.
Let's stop there. I get good one night.
Pojo gị mara otu ekpere Nnamdi Simon Ekpa na ndị ọzọ na-aga. God bless you. Oge na-adịkwa anya a na-aga ịkpọchi Ngozi Orabueze bụ Ngozi what?
Na-ege ntị.
Akwụọla ụgwọ isi Ngozi. A na-akwụrụ ụgwọ ya na first March. Ka akwụrụ ụgwọ ya. Oge na-adịghị anya ọ ga-asịkwa ka
umegharị arụ
o mesara ahụ anwụkwa ya kpọchie
Okay.
Anwụrụkwa ya kpọchie, onye ọzọ ebiliekwa. N'oge na-adịghị anya, ndị nọ na prison, ama m ihe ga-akụwara ha prison, ha ga-apụta chịcha.
Nke a bụ nwanne anyị nwaanyị a ji ilu na-agwa anyị okwu ebe a. Ọ chọrọ ikpofu okwu afa. Ịghọta. To arrest Dr. Ngozi Orabueze is possible, my dear. But I am just praying that if they want to arrest, let them arrest her in America there. I believe Biafrans mechaa mkpọta ga-eme na America. I swear. Okay, let's forget about this professor of this our sister. O nwere video nchọ ka m na-aga n'ebe anya na this our brother. I believe he is a member of United States of Biafra cabinet. Let's listen to him.
So Biafrans, the 60 days ultimatum that we gave to the Southeast governors and the terrorist state of Nigeria is gradually coming to an end. Nigeria will see what they have never seen in their life before, believe you me. So you have to subscribe to the USB under the leadership of Madam Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, Her Excellency, the Commander-in-Chief of the whole Biafran forces. As we speak, Nigeria will see what they have never seen before.
I think you hear.
Subscribe to her. Our 30 days is coming, 60 days I mean to say is coming to an end, and we'll give Nigeria the biggest gist of their life. So for all those of you that are ranting on social media, continue ranting.
Some of you might know when Evangelist Bukobi gave prophecy last month. I don't know if I will see that prophecy here. Evangelist Bukobi gave prophecy last month, which he ordered Zion people to, including Makanamoa. I am a lover of Zion. Yeah, I am a Christian, a Catholic. I am baptized in Catholic, baptized in Catholic, confirmed in Catholic, and married in Catholic. So I will not be here now telling you that I'm not a Zionite. I love Zionite. The way I love when I hear Biafra, that is how I love when I hear Zion. So that is not what I am here for. So there is a prophecy of Ebukobi last month where he gave a prophecy that this month being March, something is about to happen. This month being March. You know, some of us, why ain't you any kuku abo? Kuche gidia. Yota. Evangelist Bukobi is not a man of God who normally come to give global prophecy. If Evangelist Bukobi is giving prophecy, he will give you prophecy direct. But Evangelist Bukobi come out on pulpit to give prophecy about what is about to happen, especially in Biafra land. So you hear what this our brother said. This our brother, I believe he is a member of USB cabinet. He's an insider. Then now let's talk about the announcement of our DPM this evening. She did not add anything and she did not remove anything from the announcement. I don't know if you watch, you listen from our DPM announcement this evening, you can say yes, you're listening to her. Or should I play it? Because I believe the video is about 20 or 20 something minutes. She come out this evening to give Biafra military code of conduct. Okay, Honorable Prince Chooks, yeah, she come out to give Biafra military code of conduct. She did not add any other thing, as in external thing to it. She did not add. She come straight to the point and table everything. If you listen to that video, you will know that our men want to enter street. Ihe m ji wee connect ya, ihe m ji wee play gasie some videos m play ebe now for you to relate with the announcement of our DPM this evening and know that Emana Ndidika Emmanuel Oremi Jusufa. Let me say something about that guy here. Emmanuel Oremi Jus. He started by now they're supposed to Ndị are confused. Ndị are Josebua. Ụfọdụ n'ime fans na-egbu Biafrans na Ngozi Orabueze na-egbu Biafrans, even though from what I understand na men na-akwado men achọburu release men na-akwado men, but ụfọdụ n'ime fa na-ebe na Ngozi Orabueze na-egbuchichi ụmụnne fa na-eji ụmụnne fa jelu saba amị ọgụ a na-egbuchichi ụmụnne fa. Careful how confused these guys are. Then some of them like Emmanuel Oremi Jus are there crying that Dr. Ngozi Orabueze don't want to send men out. He is there shouting. Some of them are shouting that Dr. Ngozi Orabueze don't want to release men, and by now, when they declared Biafra, by now they're supposed to shoot in Biafra land. And guess what? You and I know that Biafra has been declared. And mind you that the reason why that Emmanuel Oremi Jus is talking about did not start immediately the declaration of Biafra is because of what Ogenkere did. First of all, he hijacked the already cash in the purse of the government. Ima ụfọdụ n'ime na-ada aghọta ona. O kwesịrị to immediately declare Biafra. Men will begin walk bomber to bomber. But because they planned coup that caused Ngozi Orabueze to declare Biafra earlier than the proposed date, but it did not work. That guy ego enwe already. Even that is why I said these guys, they never come out to debunk any allegation against them. Even 50 million that was transferred to Ogenkere for Biafra police uniform is among that money. To do account Ogenkere kwechiri. Akpoya meeting. Ima na obuna this thing mere na emero. You will not know all these things I am telling you now. Meeting upon meeting Ogenkere gbafu. Since then till now, Ogenkere refused to do account. So now, that account to an ego di ekweshiri isi na fund account na fund men. This man seized the money. Ihe ekwe na bụ ebe Emmanuel Oremi Jus si abịa na Ngozi Orabueze ekwere na ọ ga-fund men. Ka ngwakwanụ gị the reason ịghọta. Mana Emmanuel Oremi Jus enwebero mbọsị ọ pụtara mepe ọnụ kwue maka ego nwanụ o siziri oge nkere siziri. The only thing they normally come to say is the fundraising that USB government normally collect every Saturday. What did Ngozi Orabueze normally use that money for? Ajụjụ ha na-abịa ajụ ịghọta. Ha chefu ịjụ that young man a na-akpọ oge nkere. You know, that guy played smart, but DPM Dr. Ngozi Orabueze outsmarted him. When that young man noticed that he has lost, he now asked people that is following him to fall back. That is that back, fall back you are hearing. Mana anasege fall back. In which document kija fall back one? Or are you so much daft that you don't know that Simon Ekpa cannot come out to redeclare Biafra again? Erigeri to know that now, even the Biafra that is already redeclared, go to Finland to organize any gathering again. Not even redeclaration. Go to Finland to organize any gathering again concerning Biafra. Know if they will allow you. That is where Ngozi Orabueze outsmarted those guys. Okay, in a Buari Akpandi Ama Jehovah, making Photoshop from one door to another. In which document are you moving from one office to another as you claimed, which we know that all those things is Photoshop? In which document will you present? Because in any office you move to, Oga, you will present everything that shows that na edmin ihe na-ekwu. Ịmara na o nwere document assign seal on the day of the declaration. Ịmara iche na ịkpọkọfọ onwe gị ịchọba ebe ga-lọbi ndị ga-ejere gị ije maka recognition na America. Iru ebe ahụ ị na-echikako na anyị bịara ka recognize anyị Biafra without any document. Hi Chineke. Why eji some of our brothers Burundi, some of our brothers as in enwero common sense. But what I take about these guys is that I believe these guys, some of these guys are full-time sabo. There is video I will play for you here now. Full-time sabo. They don't want to be Biafra, but they don't know how they will come out and prove it. They are using diplomatic way to hijack. If not that God is on the throne and people that has something on their brain is piloting the affair. If not, this guy, what he planned by hijacking men on the ground for the first place, he almost succeeded in hijacking the men. If you since there is the time then they talk Commander Road say Commander Road Asro Commander Butuzo say Commander Butuzo Asro, all those things. When those men on ground begin to come out to debunk their rubbish, are you still hearing them talking about any commander? You cannot see them, you cannot hear them come out to use any commander's name because they have seen that they have failed woefully. So see how na men on the ground na kafakodi. The time Igwe Butuzo pụtara bịa sị mmadụ eyuzila afọ ya, na ebe ọ nọ bụ USB mmadụ ejila afọ ya akụ asịrị. Since that day till now, have you seen any of them use Igwe Butuzo name again? Now use your brain now. They nearly confused Commander this our lovely brother. Uno me now. Nke a pụtara recently bịa sị na since Simon Ekpa is being arrested that nobody gentle the Yahoo. Since they settle his own matter, Okugoku again, use your brain. If you didn't use your brain, then we'll help you use them. And then you use it. Onwe ka men show match now. You will still see Emmanuel Oremi just come out to say, now then they buy our brothers at home. Ngozi Orabueze don't carry men. You know, before now, on a men insult. Before now, that Emmanuel Oremi juice. Obuno Igwe Butuzo kopora afia na oweri akocha. Obuno gentle the Yahoo kopora afia okocha ya. Na afofo muna ya na atake mgbe how many years now? This guy started during the time of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When they see that I have sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they switch to Mazi Simon Ekpa. But Emmanuel Oremi just always come out to tell you that these guys are kidnappers. Anthony Umeji, good evening. You're welcome, brother. So all those things, if you did not use your brain well, definitely they will help you and use it. If you didn't count yourself as enemy of this struggle, like this guy, I will play his voice here now, you don't have any reason to attack our government. The government that is not up to 4 months old. You don't have any reason to attack Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. If you are not a full-time sabo, there is nothing you won't tell me that he will attack Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. That you will attack the new government. My brother, you're welcome, Anthony. You're welcome. You're welcome, ma'am. David Solomon, Ohe Biafra. Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Let's play this video so that you will connect the dot well. If you didn't calm down to use your brain, fine. Okay, definitely they will use them for you. Whatever you are doing online, I go just connect the dot. There is nothing you will do concerning this Biafra now that somebody have never done. So immediately you try to behave like this. Even the first day I hear Emmanuel Oremi Juice come out to say peace, immediately I hear peace. I think I make a program concerning him. I posted a video concerning him where I said for Emmanuel Oremi Juice to call for peace, it shows that this guy don't go. It shows that this guy is going. Boom. He begin to call our deputy PM Ngozi Highway. When she got that guy, okay. When she got that boy, but when he came to Basaga, immediately self I followed him, bro. In one time, Am I going? Time in saga. I supposed to go listening to them, but I am not talking about Biafra because of anybody. Maybe because I want to saga you to get what I want. Or there is many things to talk about. Check my live video since I started live video. You got married, yes, na my live video. Na mpụta na nwere one or two things ekwu without saga, but the only thing is that I will try to lecture you to know one or two things. Adia mama ne gee na video ama na many of you anụla this voice, this guy anụla voice, this guy now shows onye nke a bụ mugo. Ịma ka o si wee bụrụ mugo? Ka o si wee bụrụ mugo bụ na ọ pụta full. Ọ rapụrụ ka ndị a ziri ozi a. O kwesịrị ịgba game uche. O kwesịrị ịgba game uche mana ọ jụrụ ajụ pụta full. Let's listen from him this first video.
Greeting to my people. Good morning to every one of you this morning. And greeting to you wherever you may reside. This is Suchen Awanko, aka Domination once again. I want to make this very, very clear to every one of you, Igbo people or Biafran, whatever I might call you, you stupid and idiotic people. Ọ bụrụ na ị na-ewere ego denetiri Ngozi Orabueze ka ị were
Before we continue, if you are here and you have never subscribed to this channel, please do well to do so. Like the video, share the video. I would want to even know who is watching with me under the comment section by commenting. You understand? Thank you. Let's continue.
Busi ụmụnna anyị n'ala Igbo na-eklem na nna achọghị mụrụ onwe Biafra.
This foolish man now nọ na-asị na a na-egbuchi ụmụnna anyị na ala Igbo upon that men adịbeghị ready to do anything. They only confront those who come to them. Mana his counterpart Emmanuel Oremijus are somewhere saying that Ngozi Orabueze refused to fund men to start shooting, you know, that kind of thing. Away from the confusion now. But these people are the same people. These people are Oginkiri camp. Let's continue listening to him.
This morning. Donate ego nle donate to Ngozi Orabueze na-eji egbochi ụmụ Igbo. Anyị na-ahụkwa ihe unu one by one.
Na-ege ntị.
Unu donate ego gbucha ndị ebe anyị nọkwa na Amerịka.
Nke a bịara full. Ọ gwara gị
controversy forever. Because none of you that will use your money to kill our people that will come back to Igbo land to live in Igbo land.
Okay.
And here to live by now, in every community that you are today, began to monitor the faces of those people who are donating money to Ngozi Orabueze to be using it to be killing our people in Igbo land.
If for this guy, you see this particular guy, I believe he's in a homeland. You see this guy, if USB government fail to do something about this guy, he will cause more harm. Because this guy self don't need anybody to give him money to do his job. He said it here that he will be there pointing at Let's continue. Let's hear him.
in the name of Biafra.
Okay.
Because I myself are watching them. If any of them come to my community or state, you will never come back to Igbo land, because so ịtụchi ego niile na-atụ ji egbumuchi ụmụ Igbo na-egbu ụmụ Igbo nga anụ ha egbugo ụmụ Igbo, marakwa na okwu na-agaghị akpa n'ala Igbo a. Because I don't see the reason. You see the destruction of what this woman is doing in Igbo land, and you are still there donating money to her to continue to be recruiting our young youth, deceiving them, to go and kill them in the name of recruit to Biafra army, and you are still giving her money, supporting her. My brother, Ibucha, Lata, they are bringing n'ala Igbo ka ịhụ gị. Ihe nnu na-emekasị na-akọsarị the life of our people, because you feel that in outside the country, the hand will not touch you, and you have the balls to be doing all this nonsense against our people. Hand will touch you.
Okay.
Echere na Ngozi Orabueze dey claim that no restore like Biafra na Biafra we a nation. Kedu ọ na-amịrị ka eme? Dọtara ndị Igbo with a cabinet bịa legitimate Biafra as a nation in Igbo land. Ka anyị hụ gị.
Na-ege ntị.
In a plan America hide ya. Every day your nation is on platform. Your sovereignty is on platform. I wish that this American government will deport you back to Igbo land. All of you. Thunder will fire all of you. Aya uraka kugbuo gị ka ọ dị aka gị ka kugbucha nle one by one. Because all of you are messing up this Igbo land. I wish that they
low battery, please charge.
Say my name is na-eme. Aya uraka kugbuo no one by one. Kotonda ekwensu abụgo m na ọ na him na-emeghere. Onye pụta na-akọsara problem with the life of Igbo people. Na-epule game, na-divide ndị Igbo.
Ogode onye ọma.
Na-ewere nwanne na na-eme enemy of their own.
Ekwa dị idiot.
Ị na-azụrụ anyị nwere onwe. Tọnda bụ ukwe nwere onwe na-azụrụ anyị. Looking anọ na America maka Chineke ebe n'eluigwe. Aga m akọsụ problem there. Mgbe anụ ndị a na-eme ya, well, there will be a fight in America against each other until na stop. All we I come jail because this thing is too much. It can't be in America.
So, if this kind person, he just created the page to be dishing out this rubbish. If this guy, he don't need any money, he don't need any person to give him money to point at you. Nine Biafra. This guy is a full-time sabo. If you go to his page, you will never see him talk about Ogenkere. So ojii ọ na-eje na page ya bụ USB government and Dr. Ngozi Orabueze and Biafrans. Also ihe ọ na-arụ na page ya. Mbịa sụ gị. Ide eche echiche during the time of Ojukwu. During the time of Ojukwu, unu jụọ ese onye a na-akpọ Ife Ajụna, Ụkpabi Asịka, ndị fana Ojukwu fa na-eme bidoro dis ihe anyị na-ekwukwu taa. But guess what? A na-akwa mgbọ niile a na-akwa between Nigeria and Biafra then. ife ajụna na ụkpabiasịka na ndị otufa na sabotage the fight. Ifrusabu ademelufebele. If I'm not waggy, if I'm not waggy now, just they watch me, I will tell you something. If I'm not waggy, a sabu, instead of you to engage in such suicide mission, it's better you keep mute. To keep mute is the ekwena ka ị nọ ebe ndị mmadụ nọ ka ị behave like as if na ị chọrọ, because as far as Biafra is concerned, 90% of Igbos want Biafra, apart from the criminals that call themselves politicians. During the time of Ojukwu, Ifeajina and Okpabiasika, again we kwendi ọzọ, Ojukwu was the person who paid these guys. Fenna Gwage Bopio, Ojukwu was the person who paid them. Oburo na anokatara asina Hagbarosa or something like that. Oga, there was deleted during the time 1967 history. A delete here for group. During the time of Nnamdi Kanu, the time of Eastern Security Network, they no born you well. Canon is na Ebu Sabu or Ga, then go bring out your time. Which urban in this so you na Kimba nega my hand neku. I get deleted one time. Even in the time of Maze Simon Ekpa, Ubiere, and one guy about last 2-3 months. That guy, Mbosi ono made video one place. That time maybe if YouTube. And when YouTube and that YouTube frustrated me, then I forget about it. This YouTube every file now, just about 1 month and. So that guy, Amamo Eboje no me video, Bankiti, Omara na mens ni nanya. About this thing they make go here the kebe 20 or 2023, either 2023 come a video. Mano last year ka ha mudiri. Last year ka ha mudiri. Obro dị na agbara ya bụ the koko ha gbachala ya after them payam. Hasuo yoko. Chineke. Hasuo yoko. Straight. Now. Ndị nke a. I ada ekwudi okwu ndị nke nọ abroad. No, if you sabotage Biafra finish. Like as I always said. A ga-ekpekwe peace amakakwa, mana emebe peace enwere ndị gala exile. It is normal. Yes, it is normal. Enwere ike gụnwa nọrọ ebe a na you may be one of those gala exile. Enwere ndị gaba in n'ụdị ọbụla. Enwere ndị gaba in ma akpara gị aka ọ. Then enwere ndị a ga-akwụ ụdọ straight na-egbughị oge ọbụla. Ana m agwa gị and gụnwa nwere ike ịpụta ebe a na-eche sị na Biafra ga-abịa. Onye maka asịrị gị na-eche echiche ọfụma. Chee echiche ọfụma. Chee echiche ka mmadụ si eche echiche. the way things is now, Nigeria government mara na udadro ha nwa no nwe fama a whole government mara na udadro egunwa bu Biafra, a full-blooded Biafra amara na udadro. And may God bless Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. May God bless the cabinet of United States of Biafra. May God bless them. May God bless Simon Ekpa. May God bless the Jesus Christ of our time, Dr. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, who let us know what we supposed to know, but because we are in a country that is not working, we don't know it. Because some of us grown up to think that up Nepal is normal thing in other place. For here, when I did the talk to you, you don't hear me say up Nepal. Check. If we are now unwalk green, unwalk yellow, unwalk henna. If my light finish, I will go buy light. When they take me, the only thing they make a talk unkata now nyobna like it one a rose on as ya na. No one actually media I couple the light. But immediately I restore the light. Some of us grown up to think na mad ijoku na 24 hours with NEPA light. Boaro. Some of us grown up to think that bad road is normal. Some of us grown up to think that insecurity is normal, kidnapping is normal. Some of us grown up to think that some impunity that is happening in Nigeria is normal. Many of us don't know that this steady light is your right. And Nigeria government, why I believe those guys don't have anything in their head is that if you give Nigeria steady light, just give them only steady light, make insecurity stop, okay, and you give Nigeria steady light, nobody go mind you. Even if everybody they shout let's divide Nigeria, they no go mind you. Imagine how Nigeria be now. Even some people, even though they know they eat 2 times a day, then they still they use 2 hands, they drag Nigeria. Imagine when Nigeria government can't give Nigerians steady light. You don't say even your shadow will be against you when you talk about how they will divide the country, even though that other things is not working. You don't know what thing they happen in Igbo land now. Some in Igbo land, in Nigeria as a whole. In Marona, onwere nyanya anaya kita na dibro. Nyanya ndị mmadụ na-aya kita. O dibro. Ịnọkata na asị na mmadụ nwere kidney, nwee liver ma cancer. If that can nyanya o dibro. I mara ihe datin ji wee dị rampart na Nigeria kita. Ihe o ji wee dị rampart bụ everything akọk. Ọ dị iche na ijere n'ugbo gị gwute ji, ede, maọbụ kpara akwụkwọ, maọbụ those canteen ma naturally irie ya, that one is normal thing. But efokwa na anọkata efu mineral nke a n'ọtọka enwụọ ọga ọkwa ili gị ka ị na-egwu. Ife nna agwa gị bụ ife mmụọ ma arụ ala dị ndị be anyị. another the worst part among all these things bụ ịnọkata ị na-aya ịba maọbụ na-aya anything ijero jefu your doctor ka chekie gị mara the kind of medicine a ga-enye gị ije na-asị onye na-agụrụ primary school as a chemist omegiona ọchịkọrọ ọgwụ niile kponye gị imerokwa test o nwere onye nọrọ nyere gị prescription ihe ma bụ na ije na-asị ya omegiona ekpokoro mkpụrụ ọgwụ ị na-amara ihe ọ bụ kponye gị enye gị maybe one sachet of pure water or one cup of pure water were your sensitive system wham, before you know what is happening maybe oge ahụ ịbịazi enwe time ka ijezie fu doctor because if go na ihe nwanne iji maka ya jee chemist enwere ozi isi iruzie doctor na-agwa gị na ịnọ level 4 Chineke ọ ihe na-egbu ndị be anyị kịta. I could remember one day Nigeria just fụkwa one bottle water, one popular bottle water ị ga-ama ya chọọ m ekpe afa one popular bottle water a na-ejebo na one bottle water a na-ejebo na ejebetu na guru bottle water jide ka mmepe ya immediately na-emepe ọwụọ mmiri samara ozugbo amara m na ejiri ozi the former gallon eji etinye the former distance eji etinye n'ozi nylon ka eji wee ai Chineke hai arụ mere arụ mere ịnọkata ije banye ifu one wine or one whiskey esi ka igoro nwụchalụ ọga I swear ili gị ka ị na-egwu ihe a be careful ịnọrọ na Nigeria be careful n'ihe na-abanye gị n'ọnụ some of many things na-abanye gị n'ọnụ bụ fake ife na-agwa gị because this yaya I could remember one settle time jee na shop nwanne m nwoke nọkọta afụ one bottle of one mineral one were esi ka m nwụchalụ I pick it and open it ka m mepere ṅụọ ọga I started purging the same mineral na-aṅụ ebe nọ I purged. I tried all I could to vomit. But the truth is that my system never remained the same. That day and the next day. The same mineral nemo na ebe no were si ka nwụchalụ ka merụ na were ka nwụchalụ na mmadụ akwụ ụgwọ nwụcha ya ebe ahụ. Even na-agwa gị bụ ka ị na-aba Nigeria ị nọrọ na Nigeria mara ihe ị na-eri mara ihe na-abanye gị n'ọnụ. If you sick, go and meet doctor ka o jiri aka ya prescribe because nyanya mkpọgasịrị afọ ebe a chọọ m ị na-akpọ ya n'ife anyhow maka this ebe a nọ nyanya kpọgasịrị afọ ebe a na ọga in 90s ọdịrọ even 2000 it is not ọdịkebere easy if onye na-ayụ dị ya mana kịta ọ dị ebe ọbụla kịta ya mkpọrọ afọ ebe a na-adachi achọ ọ dị ebe ọbụla because ndị efu nke a ịṅụọ onwe ka isi wee na-aya kama ị ga-eje mitie dọkịta ka onye gị ka elete gị mara ụdị ọgwụ a ga-edere gị ije na-asị onye na-abụrụ na ọ gụrụ primary school bụrụ na oche mụọ ọgwụ na chemist. Some chemist iru ebe ahụ sef ọgwụ dị ebe ahụ ada eru dị 50. Some ga-anọ ebe ahụ mụọ ọgwụ mana o nwere ọgwụ ha ewebere anya fa wee fụ. dakanti na-eme ifu na obodo rere tireti, obodo tirigwogwo. ka ihe ga-eji wee benefit the country. No light, no water, no good road, no good education, no good hospital, no security. No matter how corrupt any country nwere ike ịdị n'ụwa, they can never joke with their security. with their security. But guess what? In Nigeria, it is normal thing. In Nigeria, it is a lucrative business. That is why ejide ndị arụrụ na-asị na a na-eme kidnapper eji onwe gị sị ịga ndị a na-anata ebe ka ha na-edebe that money. Oga, then get one oga somewhere. Then get one oga wey be say na polity. Buri enobi. Be like say men one match. Now wetin I see from some things I show you people here now, you go know say truly e be like say men one match. Men one match. Now just dey tell you from wetin I show you here, from some prophecies, from the announcement of our deputy PM this evening, it means that the main thing want to start. But the government of Biafra should let men on ground try to know ndị ainaya saboteurs. If sabu in this struggle, if sabu emarona agwa gị all this rubbish Oge Nkere and co is doing, agwa gị how back it set this government. O nwere ike ga ekwete all this thing na that Orama mezie. Some people wepụ uche na ihe ha kwesịrị na-ekwu okwu ada Orama. Like now nwere my camera to in a phone na kama nga abịa like many things na agwụ na ebe a kemgbe kama nga na agwụ nu such thing bịa gwaba gị ihe maka ada dị Orama. The truth is that I don't go to watch here. Oh, that time ọ na-ebitere ebe ka mụ na-asị okay ka m ga-etugodi, but nwanne enweghị m time m ga-eji wee cheregodi. Mụnwa nnọrọ na-eche ihe m ga-ebute bịa ka ụmụnne m fụ ebe a na-eche ije na-ege ntị na yati onye dịka Pastor Van I no taking program dey play before, na true I dey tell you. Onye dịka Emmanuel Oremijus I dey like watching program before. Onye dịka version 555 I dey watch him in program before, but since I see and notice that they are not in line again, oga, I no get that kind of time because as you see me enwe m ihe na-alụ, so m jecha wee bata time m ga-eji wee put things together maọbụ bịa ka mụ na unu karịa ebe a na m jee na-ege asịrị na-ege ebe a na-asị na ma DPM woman I love so much bụ Fulani. They don't have anything to offer. The only thing they have to offer to you is asari, propaganda. And as they hated that woman, there is nothing she will do now they will like her. Because etu ha na shout na ekwesịrị na defend Biafra land. Watch ihe ga-eme na ma ọ bụ na men pụtazie ọrụ full. Watch what is going to happen. Ma ọ bụ na men pụtazie ọrụ full now. Ị ga-afụ na these guys ga change their tone. Ka anyị legodo nwanne anyị nwaanyị a, anyị ga-egodo nwanne anyị nwaanyị a ntị, the kind of people you people are dealing with. Echi ọ ga-acha ụcha, nwanne echi ọ ga-acha oji. If the type of people some of us na-efili, ọ ga-agwafa eziokwu. Ebe that video dị. Mụ ada eji ege rubbish o. Enweghị m time m ji ege rubbish. At all. From now, ana m adị too occupied iche na-ege rubbish, ma ka ọ ga-adị m na the same gọọmenti nọ na-ekwu maka ya kịta, nọ na-edefend na ka m jere ebe na-akọjọ the gọọmenti, na-akụ ihe na-enwere isi n'ọdụ like etu a ndị na most of things m kwugasịrị ebe a na ị ga-asị na onwe nke nkwe na-amara ka ọ dị. Ije efu ebe mmadụ na-atụ asị, okenye dịka mụnwa je na-ege ebe a na-atụ asị ife mmakwa na-asị n'ihe a ọ na-ekwu na onwere ka o si wee relate ya to truth. Ama m n'ihe ị na-ekwu onwere, there is no how it related to truth. Nje na-ege gị ntị maka enweghị m that kind time. Onwe one video m chọrọ ka anyị watch ya na, because ịma na ụfọdụ ndị sef mara m why ụfọdụ n'ime anyị ji wee rapụ inwe uche. Na nwekwe abụka na ị chọrọ ịkpọ m, line dị open, you call me, then we'll talk one or two things as I am still looking for this mmadụ pụta na-akọ mgbu na ụfọdụ n'ime anyị kara obi o. From that video. Okay, let me check this from that video. The video we should play here now. Maka ụmụnne anyị ndị agbanyere isi n'ọfịa. Mmadụ bịa na-akọ ị na-ege onye a. Okay, can I get to go to our DPM, the announcement of our DPM this evening?
Biafra until the Prime Minister joins us. In person of the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. You are welcome, Honorable. Go ahead, man. Speak to us.
Right. Thank you so much, Chuk Survival. Thank you, Honorable Ugo.
So before we continue watching, so that you will know, this is our DPM, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze's military code of conduct this evening. This is all about how the military will be functioning now. That is to say, men will be ready to march very soon.
And thank you for the media and the Biafrans that are listening. First of all, I thank our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for paving the way for us to be where we are today.
That's right.
I also use this opportunity to recognize and thank our Prime Minister, His Excellency, Simon Ekpa. I want to use this opportunity also to recognize the United States of Biafra secretaries and cabinet members, the Biafra Defense Forces, and the Biafra Liberation Army. Today, I'm just going to deliver 2 pronouncements from the United States of Biafra. My name is Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, the Chief of Staff, Deputy Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra, acting on behalf of our Prime Minister, His Excellency Simon Ekpa, and currently heading the government of the United States of Biafra. I'm going to read the Code of Conduct Rules of Wartime Engagement, United States of Biafra Defense Forces. By virtue of my authority as the Commander-in-Chief of the Biafra Defense Forces, I hereby prescribe the Code of Conduct for members of the Biafra Defense Forces and to all or any other self-defense forces which we adhere to Biafra Defense Forces Code of Conduct, which is attached to this order and hereby made a part thereof. All Biafra Defense Forces are expected to measure up to the standards embodied in this Code of Conduct while in combat, at leisure, or in captivity. To ensure achievement of these standards, members of the Biafra Defense Forces liable to capture shall be provided with specific training and instruction designed to better equip them to counter and withstand all enemy efforts against them, and shall be fully instructed as to the behavior and obligations expected of them during combat, leisure, or captivity. The Code of Conduct provides guidance for the behavior and actions of members of Biafra Defense Forces. This guidance applies not only on the battlefield, but also in the event that the guerrilla fighter is captured and becomes a prisoner of war, PCW. The code is delineated in a few articles. Article 1. I am a Biafran soldier fighting in the forces which want to liberate and guard my homeland and our way of life. I am prepared to give my life in their defense. Article 2. I will never surrender of my own free will. If in command, I will never surrender the members of my command while they still have the means to resist. Article 3. I will fight courageously as if the issue of the success of the war depends solely on me. Article 4. If I am captured, I will continue to resist by all means available. I will make every effort to escape and aid others to escape. I will accept neither parole nor special favors from the enemy. I will remain uncooperative to the best of my ability. Article 5. If I become a prisoner of war, I will keep faith with my fellow prisoners. I will give no information or take part in any action which might be harmful to my comrades. If I am senior, I will take command. If not, I will obey the lawful orders of those appointed over me and will back them up in every way. Article 6. If I become a prisoner of war and questioned in the process, I am required to give my name, rank, service number, and date of birth. I will evade answering further questions to the utmost of my ability. I will make no oral or written statements disloyal to my cause and other self-defense entities or harmful to their cause. Article 7. I will never forget that I am a soldier of the liberation struggle, fighting for my freedom and the freedom of my people, responsible for my every action and dedicated to the principles which has made us formidable, defiant, strong, ready, and able. I will trust in my God and in the protection from my foreparents. Article 8. I will obey all lawful commands and respect all superiors. I will refuse to obey any order which is obviously illegal, immoral, criminal, and not in consonance with the rules of engagement at war times. Article 9. I will undertake my mission with absolute courage and determination and be of assistance to my fellow Biafra Defense Forces soldiers, even at the risk of my own life. Article 10. I will abide by rules governing international humanitarian law as enshrined in the Geneva Conventions. Article 11. I will fight only enemy combatants and attack only military and administrative objectives of the occupier. Article 12. I will not attack or harm enemy personnel who surrender. I will disarm them and treat them as prisoners of war under the rules of engagement in war under the Geneva Convention. Article 13. I will not alter weapons or ammunition for the deliberate purpose of increasing suffering. Article 14. I will collect and care for the wounded, whether friend or foe. Article 15. I will not shoot or accept any other Biafra Defense Force soldier to shoot, maim, torture, or kill a wounded enemy combatant. Article 16. I will treat all civilians humanely. Article 17. I will not attack humanitarian and relief workers, hospitals, and civilian targets, medical personnel, and religious authorities and structures. Article 18. I will not be involved or tolerate in acts of rape, looting, and kidnapping. Article 19. I will respect all cultural objects, monuments, and places of worship. I will respect all persons and objects bearing the Red Cross and the Red Crescent and other recognized symbols of humanitarian agencies. I will respect flag of truce/surrender. Article 20. I will not attack another self-defense force or restoration forces or participate in any plan towards this regard. But if attacked by another self-defense force or restoration force, I will defend myself and my unit valiantly and will treat the attacking force as enemy combatants. Article 21. I understand that disobeying any of these rules or protecting a fellow BDF soldier who has not respected one, more, or all of these rules is a crime. It dishonors Biafra Defense Forces as a responsible guerrilla fighting force, endanger the lives of other BDF soldiers, and make them liable, open to punishment as war criminals. I will therefore report the violation of any of these rules to my superiors. Signed, March 19, 2025, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, Acting Head of State, Deputy Prime Minister and Commander-in-Chief of the Biafra Defense Forces, on behalf of the Head of State, Prime Minister and Commander-in-Chief of Biafra Defense Forces, Simon Ekpa Njako. The next article that I'm going to read goes thus. United States of Biafra Defense Forces, formerly the Biafran Armed Forces Command Headquarters. Humanitarian Declaration on the Protection of Humanitarian Assistance, Healthcare, and Schools from the Effects of Armed Conflict and Violence, issued by the United States of Biafra Defense Forces. Stressing our commitment to fully comply with our obligations under international humanitarian law, including the Geneva Conventions, their additional protocols, and customary international humanitarian law, international human rights law, including the Convention on the Rights of the Child and its optional protocols, the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, and the International Covenant on Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights, and relevant laws in line with international norms and standards. Asserting that the effective protection of humanitarian assistance, health care, and schools is achieved through the unconditional commitment to acknowledging their protection status, their protected status, during armed conflict and other situations of violence, and their continued importance for the population. Convinced that attacks against humanitarian workers and equipment, healthcare providers and facilities, and the military use of an attack against schools constitute grave violations of the rule of war. Stressing our support for humanitarian assistance, healthcare, and education, and particularly the education and equality of girl children. Recognizing that the deprivation of humanitarian assistance, healthcare, and education of the population of the United States of Biafra is a violation of their fundamental human rights and their protection granted under the rules of war, as well as a hinder in the future development of the homeland. We, members of the Biafra Defense Forces, under the auspices of the United States of Biafra Department of Defense, in line with our internal rules and regulations, including the United States of Biafra Department of Defense Code of Conduct, declare that 1. We will strive to strengthen the rules and standards for the protection of humanitarian assistance, health care, and schools, and undertake all necessary measures to ensure their implementation. 2. We will ensure that our internal regulations and disciplinary measures clearly address these commitments. We will repress any acts contrary to these commitments, investigate them, and bring any of our members liable for such acts to accountability. We will disseminate and train our fighters on these commitments and the applicable frameworks to it. We commit to prevent military attacks and threats of attacks against humanitarian operators, healthcare facilities, schools, and protected persons in relation to these. Notably, we commit to prevent military attacks and threats of attacks against humanitarian operators. We will respect all medical personnel, units, and transports. We will not attack humanitarian and relief personnel or their objects. We will allow and facilitate their access to civilians in need. We will allow for medical vehicles to transit and access wounded and sick persons, including wounded and sick enemy fighters. We will respect all persons and objects bearing the universally recognized distinctive emblems such as the Red Cross and Red Crescent, as well as the banners of other humanitarian actors such as Doctors Without Borders and the United Nations High Commission for Refugees. We will not use schools or educational facilities for military purposes or attack them militarily. We will allow and facilitate access to the United States of Biafra population of specialized independent humanitarian providers where we are in a position to do so, especially for the provision of aid and care to vulnerable population groups such as children, the elderly, and the disabled. We're in a position to do so. We will protect the humanitarian and medical personnel, units, and objects during their transit and access. We call on all concerned parties to cease the attacks and all other forms of abuse or harassment of protected persons and to take measures for their protection and access to humanitarian assistance, health care, and quality education. We call for schools in the conflict-affected rural areas of the United States of Biafra to be reconstructed and provided with quality equipment and culturally sensitive curricula so that students can resume their education, taking into consideration their cultural traits. We call on the relevant United Nations mechanisms and bodies in collaboration with other specialized actors to put the issues of humanitarian assistance, healthcare, and children's safe access to education in the United States of Biafra at the top of their priorities, including finding a monitoring mechanism to ensure the adherence of all concerned parties to the relevant international provisions and to put in place protection measures for their implementation. We, the undersigned, declare our absolute willingness to cooperate with all concerned parties to ensure the implementation of the provisions of the present declaration and the development of mechanisms that guarantees implementation. This was signed by the Honorable Solomon Nkwocha, the Secretary of Defense, approved by Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, Acting Head of State and Deputy Prime Minister on behalf of the Head of State and Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoku. Finally, the United States of Biafra believes in the command and control structure. Thank you so much for listening to me, and this brings to end this particular reading today. Thank you.
So that is
She is the surrogate of our Prime Minister,
that is the military
appointed by the Prime.
That is the Biafra military code of conduct. That is a Biafra military code of conduct. So get it in mind, our men may flood the street any moment from now. because I know that the reason why, as I say, make people know the pressure Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. We are now, Luma, you're welcome. We are now a government. USB is now a government. You understand? So you should not be thinking that the way they do things in the past is the way they would continue doing things now that Biafra has been declared. You understand? They will be doing things, the way they will be doing things now will be totally different from the way they were doing it before. That is why when you go to those platforms that that is against USB government, you will be hearing a kind of, they don't want to defend the land. They don't want to defend the land. But you have forgotten that the person that is the Minister of Finance, the first person, being Ogenkere, he hijacked the purse of United States of Biafra. He hijacked it, and all those saboteurs, all those propaganda group, they know they talk about them. And I don't know if you want the government to carry their head turn to money, but I believe even the money our PM been Simon Ekpa transferred to Ogenkere for Biafra police uniform, all those money, because all those money is what is the part of the money he hijacked, and they were trying to organize more money so that they will carry on the duty of the government. Now you are there pressuring them, trying to let them, they should come out to do account to you, even though you don't believe in the USB government, and you are there and you are outside there telling the government after the fundraising every Saturday they should come out to do account for you. Onto which level? I don't understand. Some people are very foolish, honestly. How can I like, let me just use one union, maybe in your village or anywhere you are, and you don't belong in one meeting. You know that in that meeting you are against that meeting with everything in you, but you are still expecting those people, your name is not in that meeting, and you are not doing anything concerning that meeting, and you are expecting the treasurer of that meeting or the chairman of that meeting, after the meeting every time let the person come and do account or explain whatever they do into that meeting. I don't know why our brothers sometimes always behave like they don't have something upstairs at all, because amamihe abrogi jiwe go akwụkwọ, that you are the educational intelligence is different than the intelligent, the follow come intelligent that God give everybody. You what I go? So education intelligence is very, very different. You don't need to be educated before you get sense. You people are pressurizing Dr. Ngozi Orabueze to bring money, to bring fundraising money, but you don't believe in the fundraising, and you don't believe the USB, the same USB you are calling USB charger, the same USB you are calling USB Nigeria, the same USB you are calling terrorist organization, and after their Saturday fundraising you are coming out to tell us why Dr. Ngozi Orabueze should come out and bring out the fundraising to give you. Kefundi Marife. That propaganda group, I call them propaganda group. Their APM is acting PM Ndikwe na Ndekwehi because on Ndikwe na Ndekwehi. On Ndikwe na Ndekwehi jupụtara ebe a. Ekwele ka ọrịa gụrụ, ekwele ka ọrịa gị. Ekwele because ịnwa anwa ị nụrụ ọrịa gị. Ịnwa anwa ị nọkata zuzu kata ya ị na-ezuzu. Ịgba nkịtị ahọrịa gị. I pity for you. I pity for you. Even though Biafra will come and you will be free, because you that is watching me, I don't know you. You understand? You will easily know me than me knowing you. You understand? So make you no gree, make your conscience be a police the day we will get our total freedom. And maybe you enter motor or flight from wherever you are around the world coming home because your conscience is not clear, because you are one of those who fought this struggle. Your conscience will arrest you like police. Before now, chere ka ngwa gị, o nwere ihe na-emebu before na-ada emezi now. Before a na-asị na ndị na-ekwu okwu Biafra enwere ihe ha na-arụ. Before a na-asị no miscreant na-ekwu okwu Biafra. Are you still hearing that kind of thing? Miscreant. Or people that is talking about Biafra is not doing, they don't have anything doing. Because the day Nigeria begin to dig to know Simon Ekpa's financial capability, they notice that Simon Ekpa is not their mate. Even the day they started digging to know the money, to know how much into the account which Ogenkere is being the finance minister. When they finally know how much into that account, they bow. That is when they started respecting. They can't hear them call them miscreant. You know, they call the person that is talking about Biafra now miscreant. Because many people that is piloting the affair of Biafra now, many of them are because they are not nearly brain work. Okwefuka, our deputy PM give this announcement. If she did not come out to give this announcement, would you know anything? The truth is that you wouldn't know. Not everything, as a government now, not everything you will be expecting the government to come and tell you. Onto which level, onto say now you be the DPM, or now you be the Simon Ekpa, or now you be our leader Mazen Namdekan. Which level? Government no get your time. They no get your time. And Namumu they worry you if you claim that every person be the president of Biafra, that person must be who you like. It's not done like that. It's not done like that. This Tinubu that is the president of Nigeria, enwere ndị hate here, man enwere ndị love real with passion. If na agwaga bro, those people who love real with passion, abro kwa na ha bụ family member of Tinubu. Even na agwaga bụ pure confirm. All the politicians that is suppressing us in Biafra land, do you think they were on the love of? I don't mean love from the family. I mean ordinary people in the street. And some of us are there claiming that no, imagine Ogenkere trying to force himself on the people of Biafra. Ịmara ọ na-abụ nnọọ na-eche echiche. I will do a program gbasatara echiche nnada eche n'ife gbasatara oge a ga-enwe total restoration ọ bụrụ ka eme election na Biafra land. Because ịma na the kind of election a na-eme na Nigeria, zero it in your mind, wepụ ya na echiche gị, wepụ ya na ndụ gị niile. Obodo a nọ n'ime na bọsị ha mere presidential election. I swear to Almighty God, I swear, anọ m n'obodo a fụ ka ha si eme campaigning. Anọ m n'obodo a fụ ka ha si eme campaigning. I was shocked. Mbọsị ha mere their presidential election, their House of Senate election n'obodo a, I swear, mmadụ amarọ m na emere election, but somebody was telling me that day na emere election. Somebody was telling me na emekwere election na atụrụ vote, the atụrụ president ha vote taa, na atụrụ their senators akwụkwọ mbọsị do na. And see, I did this town, I did not know that Neka has a their campaigning. Their campaigning bụ etu esi eme crusade. Abịa edo oche ka ebe ndị chọọchị chọrọ ime crusade. Ị nọrọ ewere telivishọn, ihe a na-asị sinima agbanye, onye ọbụla edo onwe. Onye nke nwanụ chọrọ na ọ na-abịa ịchụ, ewere vidio ya tinye ebe ahụ, ewere vidio o tepu tinye ebe ahụ. Ọ ka ndị a si eme campaigning nkefa. So one day I was going on the road, so I see one guy, it's just a kind of were ihe dịka board, mmadosie afa ndị ọ na-support, mmadosie picture ndị ọ na-support, bulie na-akpagharị na street. Ọ bịakwute gị, enwere ike ọbịa tapụọ gị, ọ sị gị na ihe mere nji wee sị ka sọpọtụ onye a, no noise, ọ gabara onwe. So make una forget that the type of Nigeria election. Onye nwa mere sometimes na-eche say during the election time of Biafra, I pity some people, because if Biafrans want to desert you, if you foolishly think that after all, that Nigeria election mentality, no nwa ka iji abịa na Biafra land, and you foolishly think that you will maneuver something, after all, I will go and lobby INEC chairman as a Nigerian mentality. I will do the program. It will be a different program. I pity some people. Biafrans are not the kind of people you will enforce yourself through. Biafrans are not the people you can enforce yourself through. Like Ogenkere is forcing himself to Biafrans, and they are going from one platform to another, trying to lobby people, especially we that is in social media, to support them. Then if you refuse to support them, you will become their enemy. That is when, if you post something on the, like this my video now, you will see them on the comment section attacking me. Maybe you that don't have anything bad in your mind against me, you may be surprised seeing, why is it that this guy is attacking this guy? What did this guy say wrong here? Oga, now that thing make am then don't come maybe DM one way or the other contact you to forget the USB government. This thing when I dey talk na the thing wey happen to me, no be say the person I just dey fabricate something. If to say I don't want to close this program now, I go to my Facebook this now, read it out. If oge ga-ebido mewe election, Biafra election, hi hey Chineke, and that time ị ga-afụ ndị ga-ezuzu eriwe were Nigeria election mentality pụtaba. Hey Chineke, I thank you, I bless your holy name. The way when I remember this Biafra, when the name Biafra come into my brain, you that is watching me, I don't know what you think. If you hear the name Biafra, Oga, you see, our brain will automatically reset immediately after the total restoration of Biafra. Your life will change. I swear to Almighty God, your life will automatically change. This our mentality, this our criminal mentality, this mentality of mmadụ si okwu ịchọba ka ị ga-esi wee gbue. This mentality of mmadụ jiri ụgwọ ịchọba alụsị ị ga-ebu ewere afọ onye ajebe. This mentality of onye a ka ihe akam ya na nke aka ya na nke ọzọ, all those things will disappear. There is so many things the coming of Biafra we do in our life. Na bai ndị ọzọ na-agwọ ọgwụ, but na bai ịfụkwa na onye na-akpa na dibia nwanne so nya, because many of ndị na onye nwa ka njiwe efuru onye ọbụla na-eme dibia n'ala Igbo onwere ọ rara ahụ before ị nweta a native doctor sị na aka ya dị n'ọbara mmadụ, either na ikechiri or na igburu. It is very hard. Onye nwa ka njiwe hate ife ọbụla na-emefe dibia with passion, because ndị a na-akpa arụ. I swear to Almighty God, fa na-akpa arụ. Ndị a na-akpa arụ. Ije na other African countries, ị ga-ama na no matter how they go church, ha ga na-emeriri their tradition, mana ha eji emekpa onwe fa. Mana be anyị obere ife ịchọba ibe dibe, obere ife ịchọba alụsị ị ga-eji afọ onye a wee gaa. When Biafra come, all those things ka ị ga-ama na ị kwesịrị inwe time inwe ubi onubu n'ebe mmadụ ibe gị nọ, because gụnwa na onwe gị, you are not perfect. Obere ihe m na gị ga-eme disagree to agree, ijebe na dibia like Pastor Fam 2 to 3 days a na-enwe issue a Pastor Fam kpolie akwa kpọba afa ndị mmadụ with akwa. That is how bad our people is. That is, even na agwa gị bụ pure, that is how bad some of our people is. The coming of Biafra will reset many things. We reset our thinking faculty. We reset our behavior. We reset our movement. We reset everything concerning us. Aimara Noko Ife Amaka. ikwesịrị ịnọrọ ebe ọbụla sometimes ebe ọbụla gba ọchịchịrị nwere vidio nche mụ na ị na-ekwu na pụọ side ebe a you will not believe me. Outside ka m nọ ihe a outside agbanyere m ọkụ na ring light ka ọ dị m n'iru mana agbanyere m ya ring light is off because nwe ihe nji eme anọ m outside just ordinary ọkụ dị na compound ka nji mụ na gị na-ekwu kemgbe. ị mara na enwere NAFDAC arụ ọrụ fa ọ bụrụ nke a na-eme na Anambra steeti kịta ha na-eme robbery asị na ha bụ na NAFDAC enwere security ọrụ ị ga-anọ on camouflage ndị amị n'obodo a na-agagharị gị na mmadụ enwere okwu but igodu bọsas camouflage n'ukwu gị ha ga-ejicha ma microscope ka mara ma nke yi na under military camouflage nwanne before you know what is going on they will delete you. The coming of Biafra, how I wish no kita now then they born me self I go happy. Now people wey dey follow us for back like your children and my children, now them go benefit all this thing. Yota obodo Nigeria treaty Nigeria tiri gwogwo o mere anyị adị iche echiche ka mmadụ e were 500 naira mere go na nara 500 betray almost 100 millions of people. Now we'll end it here ka ọ dị echi si n'ike biko ọ bụ na ị na-ebe a ọ bụrụ na subscribe be na this my channel subscribe to me. They always like my video, share my video share my video try share. I will be trying to I always come out live, I always come live every day. So I will end it here. Kodika Afro Yagazi. It shall be well with all of us. Thank you and goodbye.